Okay guys, welcome back to another Xtreme stream. Today we're going to be building this white PC for a custom order for someone on Gumtree. So I got this B550 motherboard that has PCIe 4 and stuff. Now I was going to get the cheaper Ryzen 5 5500, but because I want PCIe 4, I had to go with a more expensive 5600. So it also has Wi-Fi, so which is pretty cool. Um, let's get started then. The audio is pretty low. Let me just turn up the mic. Okay, the mic should be a bit better now. We'll see. Anyway, as I said, we got a pretty good motherboard with Wi-Fi here, and get a build started. So everything is brand new except the graphics card, so it shouldn't have any problems with this build. Let's get the CPU out. We are not going to be using the stock cooler today. Um, because we got a better white cooler to use instead, which is cooler. So you guys can see maybe. It's flipped, but Ryzen 5 5600. Let's get that in there. Lock it in. Just box this back up. Put with my collection of boxes. And put the sticker in my collection of stickers. Because you gotta collect them. Anyway, let's get the screwdriver out. Just adjust this slightly as well. Okay, so you don't have to remove these. Actually, I'll leave them on for now. This is all the SSD. Get my SSD screw. So the person who ordered this PC, they wanted a 1 TB SSD and a 500 GB SSD. So I've gone with a faster Gen 4 500 GB one and a slower um, Gen 3. Although it's still a pretty fast one for the 1 TB drive. So open that up. With the Crucial P3, it's a pretty good SSD. So it's the P3 Plus, which means it's Gen 3. The Gen 4, sorry. The regular P3 is uh, Gen 3. So it's a bit faster, but it was on sale, so it was about $4 more, so definitely worth it in my opinion. Do this goofy ass SSD holder. Some of these SSD heatsinks, I don't know what they're smoking when they designed them, but must be pretty good, right? Finish this. There we go. Get that in there. It's more complicated than it need to be, but that's fine. The 1 TB in the second SSD slot. Samsung makes pretty good SSDs. I could have gone the 980 Pro, but that would have literally cost twice as much. So probably not worth it. Stick with the regular 980 instead. It's the economy, guys, these days. You know? Just kidding. Um, can probably get the RAM in now. Got some white RAM because it's a white build. Want to match the theme. Let's cut this open. Box cutter is actually essential. Like, it doesn't even matter what you do, you just need a box cutter just to cut things open. Get some mail, use a box cutter. You're buying a pack of scissors, use a box cutter to open a crappy plastic thing. Just need a box cutter in your life, guys. Another sticker for the collection, of course. Bob it in there. And so, for some reason, you want to install the sticks in the second and fourth slots. Um, I don't know why. That's just how it is. It runs faster this way. Instead of installing, just 1 and 2, install it in 2 and 4. Because why not? Yeah, looks pretty good. What's next? Question is, do we do the case or the cooler first? I'm thinking we do the case first. Because otherwise, it'll be hard to screw in the motherboard with the cooler on. Swoop out the case. We got the Deep Cool Maycube 110. Pretty solid case. Comes with one fan. Looks nice enough. It was only like 70 bucks as well. So just open that up off camera. Do a little mining off camera, guys. Deepcool used to be kind of crappy company, but they're making some pretty good products recently. So in this build, I'm actually using a Deepcool cooler, case, and fans. Just because, why not? Just get this case out of the box. Packaging's pretty good though. I would show you guys, but it's a bit too much effort to move the camera there and back. Anyway. Go. Beautiful deep cool case. Side panel's actually magnetic. You just pop it off. Pretty good. It's also got this GPU holder. You can't see it at the moment, but I'll show you guys in a minute. Just grab out the accessories from the back. So let's get some screws. So captive thumb screws for the back panel as well. Just another pretty good thing about this case. Now, what you actually get in the bag, it's not really a box, is instruction manual, some screws, and a couple of zip ties, which is pretty standard. Nothing special here today, but yeah, it works. Chuck those to the side. Grab out our screws. Probably gonna want to remove this fan actually first. It'll make it easier to get the motherboard in. Should find my screwdriver there for a sec. Yeah. Probably need a little more light actually. Does that help? Not really, but maybe maybe that helps. Unscrew the screws as you do. I like to get the lid of this tin here, chuck all the screws in it, just while I'm building so I don't lose them. Because there's nothing worse than having leftover screws at the end and you have no idea where they go. Because that means you're messed up somewhere. Just pour these into the tray here. Oh, I need the IO shield first. You can never forget this. The good motherboards have it pre-installed. They cost more and it's not really worth it. Make sure you go the right way around. Just push it in. There we go. That's in. Stick in our motherboard. Gonna make sure none of the metal tabs are going into the USB boards, because then you can't really use them and you have to take the whole thing out to get them out again. But it looks fine. Then we will just start screwing in the motherboard. Some cases have a little like a peg in the middle screw that holds the motherboard in place so you can do it vertically easier. But this one doesn't have that. Still a good enough case though. No hate to deep cool. About 9 screws maybe. Can't remember how many exactly, but we'll find out. We will find out. This motherboard also has USB-C, which is pretty good. Some of the more expensive ones don't have it for some reason, but it's a pretty nice feature to have if you use USB-C. And your case has it. I'm not sure this case does. I'll just have to check. Let's check after we screw this one in. This case does not have USB-C. What a shame. Doesn't matter. It should still be on the back of the motherboard though if you really need it. Keep screwing this stuff in. Yeah. I think these days 500 gigabytes isn't enough for storage. You want 1 terabyte. And you want it to be an M.2 SSD because SATA is kind of getting obsolete now, unless you're doing like really big hard drives. Unless you're going with a really cheap budget, then 500 gigabytes might cut it. But you can't install that many games. Just a couple more screws left. But between Gen 3 and Gen 4 SSDs, there's pretty much no difference. So just get the cheapest M.2 SSD. And just make sure it has at least 3 to 5 year warranty. So it doesn't blow up in your face. Because that is not very fun. One more screw, then we will be good to go. Let's just get that in there. Okay, dropped it. There we go. Next thing I want to do is probably install the fans, actually. get up from the corner. I'll probably do most of the wiring off camera. Like I'll pause the stream, maybe restart it later. Because that's a bit boring. So we get all the good accessories. So we get this RGB controller thing, which we won't need. Because this has its own RGB boards. This four-pin fan hub, which is pretty useful. And packets of screws. The fans themselves, which are all white. Oh, strange sound. Which are all white with white cables, which is pretty nice. Let's open that up. I have one in the back, and up the front. Got some rubber feet here as well. They're all white, which is pretty good. Let's get screwing. These packets up. To our little screw tray we got here. Then we can start screwing in these fans, man. Building a PC is just like doing a like it's like Lego basically. You just get all the parts, stick them together with screws, you plug some things in, and you hope it works. So not really like Lego, but kinda is. Kinda is. A lot of people don't know how to build a computer, but with just like, not that many YouTube videos you can learn, it's pretty easy. And it's much cheaper than buying a pre-built PC. Like for example, the person I'm gonna sell this one to, they asked me to custom build it for them. And they gave me a budget, right? And the parts cost about $100 less than the budget, so I'll make maybe $100 on this one. But if you get a pre-built PC, they're gonna charge you like $200 to build it, and then another $150 to activate Windows. So if you're buying a 1.5K PC, the parts probably only cost maybe 1.2 or even less, right? But I just activate Windows using this USB with a bunch of code on it. I don't know how it works. I don't ask questions. My customers don't ask questions. It just works. No complaints. A little bit sketch, but it works. You know? This fan screwed in. Get it all the way in. Looks pretty good. I'll take this top part off. Get the other fans installed. I might pause the stream now, and then I will install the fans, do the cabling, and then I'll get back just about to install the graphics card, and I'll show you guys how it looks at the very end. But this is what we got so far. It'll get better though, trust. Anyway, just figure out how you pause this. You'll just have to end it because I don't think you can pause streaming. Okay, anyway, see ya.